It's 2003, and this is the homepage of the New York Times. These are the products that Apple is selling. Here is Google, and this is the homepage of Facebook.com. Not quite the Facebook we know today. Also in 2003, I published the first edition of the Web Globalization Report Card, my first attempt to benchmark the world's leading global websites and the first report of its kind. And here we are in 2021, and I'm pleased to have published the most recent annual edition. Now, why a report card? Well, complexity is overrated, and from the very beginning, the report card relied on four major buckets or criteria, as shown on the right. And although the details within each of these criteria have evolved over time, by keeping a fundamental and consistent methodology, organizations have been able to measure their progress over time. But the report card isn't just methodology. It's also about identifying and evangelizing for emerging and established best practices. Now let's drill in on that methodology, beginning with global reach, the truly quantitative metric within the report card. I look at languages. I document every language supported by every website I look at. And over the years, as you can see here, the average number of languages has more than doubled to 33 today. And when you look at specific companies, you can see some growth rates are faster than others. But across the board, companies generally add languages. They have to, because, as I've long said, the internet connects computers, but language connects people. Now, global architecture is the internationalization aspect of web globalization, and it refers to elements such as the global templates that support not only desktop but mobile screens, not just within one market, but across all markets. Because as you start to scale up, you have to support an efficient range of templates. And not only does this make your life easier, it actually provides a better user experience because visitors to your website often navigate across different locales. And so it's important to provide a level of consistency. Now, localization isn't just about translating from source to target content. I also look at locally generated content, such as blogs shown here. I look at local language social media, and I also look at how machine translation is deployed, because all of these elements are what goes into localization today. And finally, global navigation, which is much more than the visual global gateway, which you see here. There are a number of technical and visual elements that a company can use to successfully provide a seamless experience to visitors, regardless of their language and regardless of where they live. I review every one of these websites. I've never outsourced this work. It can be tedious at times, but the value of doing it year in and year out is that I've learned how these companies have evolved quite intimately. And I speak to executives at many of these companies, so I learn what works and what doesn't work. And then every year, these best practices, these learned lessons get filtered back into the methodology, and I, of course, evangelize for these best practices, not only within the report, but within the best practices supplemental report. Now, out of all of these websites, here are the top 25. Congratulations to these organizations. Now, how do companies use the report card? Well, they use it for internal benchmarking. They use it for language planning. They really benefit when they use it before a global redesign. And of course, identifying ongoing localization trends is really, really important. And many companies have used this report for a decade or even longer. And the real value in doing so is not only do you create a more successful and world-ready website, you create world-ready employees, because this report is designed not just to inform, but to educate. So if you have any questions, please email me, visit the website at bytelevel.com or my blog at globalbydesign.com. Thank you.